Hey, Richard, a 30-point win, but 10 there midway through the second. What were kind of your overall impressions of the game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you never know how you're going to start out. Not having exhibition games, not having scrimmages, not playing in front of fans. So I was really, really happy with how we started the game. I mean, that's always a concern. It was weird. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's weird, but it's also awesome that we could play the game. I always look at it, it's a 40-minute game, I mean, and we had a lull in the second half where we were fouling too much. But, to come out on top to win by 30, I was really pleased with the effort, especially with 6 new players. Eric trying to get back into the swing of things. So I thought it was a really, really good 40 minutes. We needed to keep them off the foul line. Second part of that second half, we were fouling too much. I think that's why they cut it to 10, but we responded very well.
Let's go to Marcus Fuller, Star Tribune.
I mean, to start off the season with Marcus scoring 35 points, you probably didn't figure that would happen. But what did you see about him? What did you see about him as opposed to last season when he opened the season, obviously struggling just a little bit?
Great confidence. He went home and clearly got in the best shape of his life. He took last year as, he's an all-conference player only as a sophomore and said, okay, I want more. And you could see that he went back home. He didn't sit on the couch. He got himself in terrific shape. He's very, very confident. So I'm not real surprised that he played well. He's been consistently playing at an extremely high level since he's gotten back.
All right, let's go to Jeff Wald with Fox 9. Go ahead, Jeff.
Coach, kind of piggybacking on what Andy asked a second ago, it got a little uncomfortable there in the second half. They cut it to 10, and then you guys went on a 29-9 run to end the game. Marcus kind of took over. What was maybe kind of said in bench talks, or what was the difference there in the last 10 minutes?
The other team's got scholarships too. They're gonna play, they're gonna fight, they're well coached. So you're not just gonna beat teams by 60 points. They're a proud program. Will Ryan's building a very good foundation. So they threw a punch back at us. There was no yelling and screaming. I think we were just stayed the course. Marcus obviously provided great leadership. Gabe made some good plays. So that's going to happen. But to get a 30-point win, obviously with everything that's going on, to put up 99 points is great.
Back to Andy Greeter. Just a reminder, if you have a question, send me a message in chat. Go ahead, Andy.
Obviously just one game, but how do you feel like the depth of this team compares to previous ones you've had?
Well, I think that's, if you look at over the last 4 years, obviously tournament, 2 out of the last 3, depth has been the issue. And I think that it's our most deep team by far. And you're playing games in the middle of a pandemic. We got to continue to remind ourselves of that. And, I was told right before the game that Trey was unavailable. That shoulder was acting up. He is a very tough kid who wanted to play. And I think the depth showed there because we were able to fill in some other guys and not really miss a beat because Trey's gonna play minutes for us. David Mutoff not available as well. So it was really good to be able to go to that bench. Even Eric Curry, his body's going to go through an adjustment a little bit. And I thought Brandon was really good. Obviously, Jarvis was terrific off the bench as well.
All right, let's go back to Jeff with Fox 9.
Coach, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the debuts of both Booth and Liam tonight. Booth obviously looked like he was maybe a little overexcited early, but really aggressive. Just what were your thoughts on both of their first games tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I liked from Booth, 14 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. That's what he needs to be. He needs to be a steal guy as well because he's very active defensively. I think, the decision-making, some of those turnovers, when to shoot, when to drive, he'll figure that out. But, yeah, I think for, not playing here, not being able to play a live game in Williams Arena, I thought he was really, really good. And then Liam was in and out of foul trouble. He's coming back from an injury, and so he's trying to work himself back into it. But I thought he was really good as well.
Back to Marcus Fuller.
Coach, can you talk about the kind of the crazy deal coming up with Saturday and Monday, playing LMU twice, and how much you needed this to kind of move forward here?
Well, I'm thankful for our administration to be able to work for us, and work hard together. I mean, Mark Coyle and Rhonda McFarland, the 2 best ADs in the country. They're standing right behind us. It's the only reason I would say that. But they've been very helpful. I mean, we're going to have to adjust, you know, and I know they're willing to help us with all that. I mean, and LMU was great as well. You know, I mean, obviously we had the multi-team event. You know, the governor, not criticizing, but we weren't able to do that. So we had, you know, when you have people on board to try to help, it was very, very important. We want to get our guys 27 games if we can. You know, we know that's going to be hard, but if we can get as many of these non-conference games in as possible, it's beneficial. And tonight was beneficial. So, you know, knock on wood, this is a day-by-day deal, right? I mean, we see that with every sport. Just get through today. We're lucky we got a game in. That's the way I look at it. You know, we played well. We got to win. We're lucky to get to a game, and there's a lot of hard work from a lot of people to be able to get a game in.
Andy, go ahead.
Besides Marcus's physical shape, what do you feel like he's improved on in the offseason?
Well, that's number one, for sure. That's evident. I mean, he's trimmed down. His body looks great, and that's given him great confidence. Bottom line is he put in the work. You know, he came here a different person. He came here a guy who wanted to take the next step. You know, he's got aspirations of playing in the NBA. You know, to me, you got a chance to do it. That'd be 3 in a row out of our program that have left early. We want it to happen, you know, but he's got to be, it's not all about talk. It's about what did you do physically? What did you do mentally to improve? He showed that. I think he put everybody in this program on notice when he came back from Toronto, and everybody looked over and said, he's trying to take the next step. And I think that leadership, more so than the words, really has resonated with a lot of our guys.
All right, I don't see any more questions for Coach. We'll give it about 5 seconds. If anyone has one, send me a message. And if not, we'll let Coach on his way.
3, 2, 1. All right.
Coach,
See you later.
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too. I know.
For student athletes, we'll have Marcus Carr, Booth Gach. I'm not sure who's coming first, but we'll find out. Sounds like Booth Gach will be the first student athlete to join us. So once he gets here, we'll go ahead and get started. If you have a message, if you have a question for Booth, go ahead and send me a message in chat. Booth, give me 1 second. Let me just unmute your microphone. All right, thank you for doing it for me. All right, let's go to Andy Greeter. Go ahead.
Ruth, what did it mean to you to make your debut here for Minnesota?
I mean, it meant a lot to me, you know, being back home, being able to play for the Gophers, you know, playing in front of my home state, you know, felt, you know, really, really exciting for me, knowing I'm from here, played high school basketball games here as well, and now playing college game, you know, makes it even better.
Let's go to Marcus Fuller.
What was that?
Booth, can you talk about Marcus Carr's performance and just playing with him for the first time and Gabe Calster in the backcourt?
Yeah, you know, Marcus, you know, really good point guard. You know, he's able to, you know, create for himself, create for others on the, you know, on the court. You know, for him being able to, you know, drive and make those kickouts, you know, get guys open shots. And like I said, you know, he's a really good guard that can get, you know, scoring all 3 levels. You know, he can get to the, you know, hoop, you know, mid-range games there, you know, 3 balls there, you know, and guys like Gabe, you know, Gabe's a really good defender and shooter as well. So, you know, having him on the court, you know, he's one of those guys, you know, that spaces the floor a little bit because you can't leave, you know, you can't leave Gabe, open for wide open threes. As a team, you have to pay for that. So for me, when I see guys like that, we just gel together. We always play, off each other and things like that. So it's great to have.
Jeff Wald, Fox 9, go ahead.
Hey Booth, congrats on your first win tonight. What was kind of said amongst the guys on the floor and just amongst the team when you got a little uncomfortable there in the second half? They cut it to 10, and then you guys went on a big run to end the game. What was kind of the chatter?
Yeah, just pretty much keeping our composure. We knew basketball games were run, and we knew at some point we're just gonna have a sloppy moments and things like that. So for us, it was just pretty much keeping our composure. Settling down a little bit, slowing down a little bit, not playing too fast, and trying to control the ball on the offensive end.
We have any more questions for Booth? Andy Greeter, go ahead.
Booth, obviously you didn't play with Marcus last year, but what did he show you in preseason about how he was prepared to play this year?
Man, just seeing him, preseason, coming in our practice every day, bringing it, trying to make us better, make all, everyone on our team better, just seeing the way he's playing, practicing, 5-on-5 and things like that. I just knew, he's built for this, and he's going to have a really good season this year.
Back to Marcus Fuller.
Booth, you came home to play for your home state, but at the same time, there's no fans in the crowd. Your family can't come see you play. I know that's difficult for everyone experiencing this, but what was it like just being out there with no?
Man, it was different, to be honest. For me, ever since I've been in college, I've been playing in front of fans and things like that. So to finally not, be out there with any fans, it just felt like a scrimmage, kind of practice type deal. But it's actually a game. So like at the same time, you kind of trying to knock that stuff off in your head and things like that, and just try to play your game as well. But fans do make a huge difference out there. They really do.
Andy Greeter, go ahead.
What kind of challenge do you think this team can provide for other teams, just given the fact that both you and Marcus can create off the dribble?
Yeah, like you said, Marcus and I, being able to create off the dribble. We also got shooters on this team. We got guys, who are very versatile on this team. We also got size and length that we feel can bother many teams as we keep, going on and playing as well. So as soon as, start playing teams, in the Big Ten Conference and things like that, I feel like we're going to be, a very scary team. We got a lot of depth. Guys, who can play multiple positions, guys who are just ready to step up.
Booth, thank you for your time. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
We'll have Marcus Carr here momentarily.
Thanks so much.
Just a reminder, if you have a question for Marcus, go ahead, send me a message, and when he sits down, we can go ahead and get started.
Not moving there. There we go. There. Okay.
All right, now we're joined by Marcus Carr. Just a reminder, Marcus is 35 points tonight, tied his career high, set against Ohio State last season. So questions for Marcus, go ahead, send me a message in chat, and we'll get started. Marcus Fuller, go ahead.
Marcus, congrats on the win. Talk about your mindset coming into this season as opposed to last year when it was your first year playing with the Gophers.
Mindset is honestly the same. Still trying to go out and win every game and play my best as possible, but definitely having an extra year under my belt, playing my second year, and then coming into this year, finally getting able to play, back-to-back college seasons is definitely that experience definitely helped me out a lot.
Andy Greeter, go ahead.
Marcus, first game with Booth, what did you feel like you guys can be able to do on the court together this year?
I love playing with Booth. Just going through, the practice preseason and, as well as today, Booth's a great athlete. He's able to run the floor, get out, make athletic plays, make athletic plays on the defensive end as well, get out in the passing lanes and stuff like that. Booth is definitely a great addition to our team. He gives us another person who can, really attack the rim, put pressure on the defense, get to the free throw line. So yeah, no, I love playing with Booth.
Jeff Wald, Fox 9.
Hey, Marcus, when it got a little tighter than you might like in the second half there, they cut it to 10 with, I think, 8 minutes to go. You kind of took over and made sure that you were going to get a win. Did you just kind of take it upon yourself to put this one on your shoulders tonight?
Yeah, I kind of, like I said, they cut the lead down. They started kind of getting, we were fouling a lot, honestly, on the defensive end. I felt like, for the most part, we were in good position, but, we were kind of just giving up easy fouls, easy ones, letting guys get to the rim on dribble drives. They kind of went away from their main offense and kind of just tried to spread us out and take us to the basket once they saw that, we were fouling. So kind of just wanted to regroup the guys and just reiterate that, we're going to get it. We got to get it done on the defensive end, and then, just try to get out in transition, get some easy baskets, get our juices flowing again, get the positive energy back.
Marcus Fuller, go ahead.
I saw toward the end there in the second half, you made a play and then you're pumping your fists. Normally the crowd is energized and jumping up and down. You guys have to create your own energy and sustain that throughout the whole game. How tough is that with no fans?
Yeah, it's definitely something that, we're still getting used to. This is game one for us. So, it's definitely something that's different. We definitely miss having, the barn and all our fans and all the Gopher faithful, getting on their feet for us, whether, we're going on a run or whether we need that extra push to kind of turn things around. We definitely miss that. But, it's definitely something new, but we're working on it. And I think, today was a good step for us to kind of see how it's going to be. And I think we felt we did a good job, after that little lapse of, giving each other energy again and kind of getting after it.
Andy Grader, go ahead.
Marcus, did you know you were sitting on 35 when you took a seat on the bench, and what does that number mean to you?
Actually, I didn't. Usually we're kind of able to peek up at the scoreboard sometimes, but honestly, they went on their run and I was just so focused on getting us back to where we needed to be. I kind of wasn't even thinking about it. And, it wasn't even really, that wasn't on my mind at all. I was just focused on trying to get us back to playing the way that we needed to be.
We have any more questions for Marcus Carr? All right, Marcus, thank you for your time. We appreciate it, sir. Thank everyone for attending the press conference. We'll put this in our digital press box. Thank you all.